Yo.
Welcome, everybody, to the interview that never happened
Non-interview.
on My Shadow with SaiyanZ Entertainment, Kyle. We have SD Girl, Papa Gorilla, and Cup of Discords on.
Come on in here, Kyle, you big pussy.
Welcome to the wrap-up show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. The preferred way of donating is vodka.
I second
So
that.
this was the
Kyle, sorry, didn't mean to talk over you.
this was the supposed to be intro to Kyle episode, what turned out to be the introduction to getting dissed by Kyle and not showing up for his own interview from his fan club.
Yes. Yep. I tried a few times to get his attention, and we were
So
rebuffed.
I believe we all had a bunch of questions for Kyle, and maybe we could go through some of the things that Kyle would have answered if he would have shown up for his own wrap-up show. First thing I was going to ask him was, he's supposed to, we'll see if he posts for this, even to listen to it. He was supposed to, tomorrow night, Radio Gunk and Monique is interviewing Brett Hatley one-on-one. He said last week that he was going to be a part of that interview, that he was going to be some part of an ambush journalism where Monique was going to unleash him on Brent and he was going to ask his own questions. Well, that never sounded like right from the start. And he said yesterday, turns out that Brent only would agree to a one-on-one interview with Monique, so he's not going to do that. So what I was going to ask him was, what questions did you have for Brent? What was your best question? What should Monique ask? What's that?
He has no questions. He just wants to get on and fight with Brett.
Trying to get more famous.
Smash.
Yeah, how would he
Brent.
provoke him? You think he would just throw out the taunts? You have no money, you have no subs, how did you bubba? Would you get fired?
You pimp your wife.
You pimp your wife?
Which
Now,
are all true. Fairness.
What would make him think that he was going to go on the interview with Monique? How did this get into his head?
It had to have been an option, I would think. Otherwise, she wouldn't have addressed it, right?
Did she address it or did he say he was going on?
I think it was all Kyle. I don't think Monique ever. I listened to Radio Gunk, her last episodes. I never heard anything about SaiyanZ being a part of an upcoming interview. I don't follow. Does anyone follow Radio Gunk on social media, Twitter or anything? Do they announce this?
Yeah, I do.
Have they said anything about the interview or Kyle?
Not with Kyle, no.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I saw in reference to it was what Canadian Bacon had posted to Kyle's Discord, which was that, Monique said she wasn't going to do it with Kyle on the air and Brent, and so.
Who posted that?
Canadian Bacon.
Okay, and how would he know that?
Because he listens, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right, well, it all fell through, just like the interview tonight. I believe about halfway into his show, we all kind of concluded that he was kind of blitzed, and there's no way that he was going to get any questions anyway. So I don't know where that was going to go, but maybe in the future we can get him before or early into his show. So this is sort of a wrap-up show, like what we would have done with Kyle had he actually posted.
Yes.
Now, tonight, what did he do instead of going to his own interview? Did he play Red Bar?
Yes, he played Red Bar.
Yes, he did.
Right.
And he got plastered, and then he ended the show.
So that was more important. Big Red Bar news.
Did he ever get onto that, how King Kong is racist?
I don't know. Was that a topic that he was thinking
Yes,
of?
it was supposed to be.
Oh, just something he threw out there? I don't know.
Maybe it was clickbait. I don't know. He just put that out there to...
Yeah, I didn't see if they talked about it either, because I was setting up. So.
The past two shows, he's done a very quick intro where he's happy, and then goes right to Red Bar, plays it for 40 minutes, and says he gets no donations and goodbye.
All right, so I was reading back, and Two Master who's also in the YouTube live chats. Hello to Master. Also said in Kyle's Discord, Monique said she was going to have SaiyanZ in the background, allowing him to pick or choose a spot to chime in with questions.
Monique said
Blah, blah,
this?
blah.
When did
That's-
she say that though? Because
Wow.
I follow them and I have not heard any of it.
I do not know.
It's highly suspect. Monique would have someone from her clique do that, not bring in Kyle. But I would have loved to ask Kyle about it. Just wasn't able to.
But Two Mouth stuff, he knows a lot though. He follows all these.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and he had a particularly fun interaction with the Hatleys. What exactly was that? That was just classic Kyle. He called into their show and just started trolling, right? Hello?
Sorry, I muted myself.
Oh,
Muted me.
Oh yes, so, someone was making noise. I was trying to catch it.
I was trying to get to your channel, and I actually kept on hitting onto a music channel.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what was that question, Kappa?
Just in general, where did he get the idea that Monique of Radio Gunk, she runs her own show, would join forces with SaiyanZ? Have they ever done anything like this before? Kyle doesn't contribute to Radio Gunk.
Didn't they interview Stuttering John together?
I think you're right, and of course, he's been on as a like a correspondent for Monique. I think I heard him once on there.
I have to say, Kyle was pretty funny with Stuttering John. I'll give him credit there.
I think I must have missed that when I was away. What happened there? He actually called into Stuttering John's stream?
Yeah, they both were on, and I remember Stuttering John asked him, he's like, "Did you read my book?" And Kyle's like, "No, I don't read, but if I did, I wouldn't read your book."
It's the right answer, of course.
Were they both smashed? They had to be. They're both alcoholics. That must have been fun. Can we look that up? Is it recorded somewhere?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I can try and find it.
Okay, I'll look it up later. Surprised I haven't seen that. So would he even pretend to be a journalist for a while, or would just go right into fight mode? When
Kyle?
When Kyle would interview John.
He didn't fight with him, I don't think. He was pretty civil, but he'd sass him for sure. It's a good interview though. It's worth checking out.
I think will.
He kind of like keeps them in check a little bit, to be honest.
Does Stuttering John have any idea who Kyle Swindell is? Any idea?
Well, what happened was he blocked Kyle on Twitter because Kyle was effing with him a lot.
Right.
And then they like made up on the live stream on Stuttering John's podcast.
That's endearing. I'll have to hear that.
But I think Kyle has since burned that bridge, and Stuttering John blocked him again.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's a qualified journalist. I've heard him interview Ian Halpern, didn't he?
Yes.
Kyle did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was absolutely lunatic. I mean, Kyle tried to get a wrangle on him, but Halpern's an absolute nut job. Will say anything for a buck. And it was kind of like, I don't know, he could have gone anywhere, but I don't know. It was just basically Halpern revealing that he's a nut job. He had all these theories about how Howard Stern was being stalked by Julian Epstein and had blackmail on it. It's just kookamani crap.
That was the craziest thing I thought, Kappa, that Ian Halpern said that Epstein had slept with Alison Stern because he was so obsessed with Howard.
Epstein? You mean the Epstein, the guy that died?
Yes, the pedo. Yes.
Wow. He slept with Howard Stern's ex.
That's what he claimed, and I was like, that doesn't even sound real.
It's kind of weird.
Did he also say that Frank Sinatra got upset with a Howard Stern bit and ordered a mafia hit on Howard Stern.
I think he did
Howard's out
something
there.
that made him mad. Yeah.
He's way out there. But so I mean, so I guess Kyle got that interview, the big score of an interview. So Kyle has interviewed some people.
Well, I heard all that when Monique interviewed him, but I didn't know Kyle interviewed him.
No, it was a big get.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that.
Does Stuttering John still do his show?
No, I think Radio Gunk had interviewed Halpern before Kyle, and so I kind of knew his kookiness, and I'm not even sure that Kyle listened to it, but obviously he wasn't quite as thorough and as in-depth as Kyle. I can't remember a thing from the Kyle interview of Halpern, but somehow, because he's very aggressive on social media and contact these people, or used to be, and that's how he would get in with Keith the Cop and all these guys. I mean, he'd just be relentless with them.
Okay, so I was just corrected. I was told that it was not Radio Gunk. Stuttering John was on Kyle's show about a year ago as a guest, and Kyle got mad and gave out Stuttering John's number.
Oh, good. So that doesn't sound like that they got along too well if he was doxing him in the interview.
No, he was definitely on Stuttering John's podcast with Monique.
Oh, really?
Might have been a different time that he came on Kyle's show. I don't remember that though. But yeah, Kyle, he'd get donations. People would give him donations to call Stuttering John live, and of course, Stuttering John never answered.
Oh.
So he'd get like $40 for calling his voicemail.
They were both running a scam.
Right? He probably had John in.
John and Kyle running the old, hey, I'll call into you, don't answer scam.
That's messed up.
Jeez.
It's $40 for somebody to call into Stuttering. Why don't you just pick up the phone yourself and call it? Kyle got left to battle with besides Dez? I mean, who's Defoe's left? I mean, he's going to sit there and fawn over Red Bar. Does he want to fight with him after Red Bar fragged? They seem to go back to their corners after Red Bar fragged himself. They both got a week in detention. And now they don't want to fight or something. If I'm going to do hours of this, let's get some fights out of it, please.
So a bunch of Kyle's fans got Red Bar taken down, and then Red Bar's fans got Kyle taken down?
See, that's what Red Bar claims. I don't believe it. It happened during a stream. It seemed like he got caught playing, making threats. I don't know who. It was a community strike. He was ordering his minions to go out and take down Kyle, and boom, right in the middle of his stream, he was gone. Kyle could not stop laughing. It's the last time I've seen him in pure joy after a Red Bar fragged himself live on air. Way to go. And what's he say? 20 years of doing this? This is where you're at? I hate that guy. I hate him.
Red Bar or Stuttering John? Just kidding.
Both.
Red Bar. Kyle goes with his little obsessions through his daddy figures. The first was probably Brendan Schaub a couple months ago. He finally got off of that, and then we've gone through these different daddy figures, and we're stuck on Red Bar.
Oh, well, remember it was Mersh for a while.
Yeah,
I was going to say that was Mersh.
And you know what? In all fairness to Kyle, he really did get Mersh's ass moving. I had to get caught up on this guy's life. And apparently saying, but you're 40, white, and you live on a guy's
You live in your...
actually paid off, got him to move into an apartment. He changed his life. Kyle.
I guess Kyle does... Oh.
What?
Are we live still?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're still live.
Revenge of the Sis couldn't change Mercer's life, but Kyle did. There you go.
Is Mersh the one who supposedly had a BMW?
That was the funniest.
But it was on blocks or something like that?
That was 10 years old and had 100,000 miles.
Those jackals went and looked up his car, all the specs and all that stuff, and Kyle would just pound him every night.
Sometimes Kyle has some winners. I'll give him that.
I remember during that fight, Kyle claimed that he had been suckered by somebody who stole his identity by going to the keypad of the apartment, and now he was cleaned out and it was over. That was not long after Royce was going to die in the hospital because he was 400 pounds, and he was doing eulogies for him.
So I was going to ask Kyle about the timeline of when he met Des, because wasn't she like 16 and he was like 23?
You want to go there?
Yeah, why not? They can do it, but we can't talk about it? Yeah, I'd like to. Is that right? She was 16?
Jesus, I didn't know she was younger than him.
Yeah, he's 36 and she's 30.
Mm.
Yeah, he was all out of sorts when she turned 30. He was really upset about hitting that magical number. So they've been together for 14 years. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, their oldest is what, 7 or something?
Oh, I'd love to hear all about that. What their first date was like.
That'd be great.
What was it like when you saw the future of her life sitting there on the couch? What was the first thing you said to her?
I'm just curious about that. Like, how did they meet? Was this after the Navy?
I think most of the way he meets people is like through house parties, from what I understand.
Really?
Yeah, I think I heard a story of him going to a house party where there was Des, and he had to choose between who he was going to, I don't know, bed that night.
Jesus.
And he got lucky somehow. Look, they're usually house parties or something like that.
Well, did you guys ever hear the story? I don't know if it was Des or Kyle that talked about the time he went away to prison for a year.
Yeah.
He cheated on him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either. Damn.
From what I heard, he was the... Well, how did he cheat on her? Well, obviously.
No, I think she said she cheated on him, right?
Oh, right, right.
I hope we didn't.
I hope it wasn't the other way around.
That was a dirty tactic, Kyle.
I think Kyle has been very clear about that not going down when he was inside. I think
he loves talking about prison, but I've never heard this story.
Yeah, and I think she was mad at him, and she was saying how when you came crying back to me because I cheated on you when you were locked up. Something like that.
I just heard stories of her being the doting wife waiting in the wings or whatever she is for when he got out, like in Goodfellas or something. They were waiting as he got out, and she would bring him stuff to the commissary or something. He loves telling prison stories. He's like...
at his prison time.
What's that?
I'm fascinated by his prison stories.
I'm curious about that, too.
I've never heard anything about his prison stories.
Yeah, he talks all about playing chess, if people get raped, how the money system works, how to stay out of trouble. He had it all in lockdown, and especially the chess angle. He told us one night he could destroy all of us in chess. You make 3 moves and it's over.
I think it'd take a little more than 3 moves.
Did he really?
Yeah,
wow.
He uses prison terms for chess like horsey for his rooks.
Gosh, I missed that.
Okay, so if I can interject really, really quick, I think I remember Kyle saying that him and Des were friends, or he was friends with the brothers. And yeah, he was friends with the brothers, and he went to a house party, and that's where he met Des. Mm-hmm. And Dez's brother stole Kyle's girlfriend, and he was crying, and Des took him in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a sad sex story from the start of Des taking him in.
It's because love conquers all. So.
No, we have to find out what I don't think he was in the Navy then. What was he doing then? Like, what was the future going to be for the Swindell? He'll answer all this when he eventually comes on his own fan club interview.
I want to ask him about when he worked at Burger King, because he claims he worked one day and he quit. But I don't believe that.
You don't think he showed up?
No, I think he worked there for a while.
I worked I worked not Burger King. I worked at
Oh,
a fast food restaurant for a day, and yeah, I quit too because it's horrible. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
I'd love to see his resume. Maybe I'll have him print one out for the club.
I said, if this is what I have to do, I'd rather be homeless.
I think you're gonna have to donate to get a resume.
Oh, you think he'll type one up for a
Hey,
donation?
Susie,
Yes.
somebody asked a question. Try Hard 7. Did you see that?
Does Kyle have any friends he hangs out with? Old Navy buddies or something?
Oh no, he
Go
have
ahead.
an old Navy friend in Arizona who's like running for Congress or something.
His
Wow.
name isn't Ralph, is it?
He won't
Uh-huh.
give his name
Oh.
because like I don't want to have
Okay.
get him in trouble.
Not that long ago, I believe it was when we were asking Kyle to smoke weed. He mentioned that he had a friend. I don't remember the friend's name, but he said that he gets so hype when he smokes weed. That's why he doesn't smoke it. He gets too hype. I guess too out of control. Too much fun, maybe. I don't know.
That's his excuse why he won't have weed. That's why he's staying on the straight and
That
narrow.
was what I got
Right.
from it.
Story.
That was what I got from it. But, outside of that, I really don't know. I mean, my understanding is that he doesn't really leave home, so...
Well, Kyle,
That's a pretty good
Kyle-
understanding.
Stanley Moon, I think you're talking about Sheppy. Stanley Moon said he has an old Samoan friend. Sheppy kind of looks Asian or Pacific Islander.
Oh, you-
to me, I don't know one way or the other, but I think
I
maybe
don't.
that's.
Oh, is that who Sheffy is? I never knew who Sheffy is.
Sheppy the God. He calls it all the time.
He bounces in and bounces right back out.
You know what?
Yeah, he does
Maybe
a lot.
more as
You're
of
right.
late. Before he used to talk more with Kyle.
And doesn't he sometimes have a picture of that guy's name Shepard Smith? I think his name is.
Yeah, that's Chevy.
Yes.
That's old. Yeah, because I wondered who. I was like, who's that? I know that guy from Fox News that he went to MSNBC or somewhere like that. I believe.
Yeah, after Fox News fired him. Yeah.
They fired.
Think.
He was like an
I thought they
executive,
fired
wasn't he?
him.
Or top
what-
news anchor.
Are you saying Sheppy's actually Shepherd Smith?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Disguised as a large Filipino man, bouncing from room to room.
Stanley Moon
Discord.
says he's a Kyle historian. He knows his stuff. So maybe
Oh, we'd love to have
Stanley
him
Moon
on.
will come. Yeah, maybe he'll come on. That would be good. So we can get some.
No, we're not exactly
More history.
Wikipedia of the history
Yeah.
of Kyle.
Yeah,
gotta
I
fill
just
in
wanted
a
to
lot
be
of gaps.
fair with Des.
I just
and say
remember Kyle from fighting with Jimmer. That's when I was introduced to Kyle.
that all I've known is just Kyle fighting with Des and seeing those clips. So out of fairness to Des, that's the only reason why we talk about that. We've got so much to learn about Kyle, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but we'll get there.
Can I ask you a question? Sort of a sensitive topic. What the first time you heard his lisp, did you catch yourself and go, "Did I hear this guy lisp?" And then, oh yeah, there is a lisp.
The only reason,
And
yeah,
I
the only
was
reason
kind
I
of
ever heard
shocked
of it
by
was
it
from
for a while.
Jimmer.
You didn't hear it the first time he talked?
No, Jimmer used to say, would make, well, I can't say what Jimmer would say about, but he would just bring it up to us.
I
I
had a
heard
family member that stuttered, and so when I hear it, it doesn't sound like anything to me.
He doesn't
Unless
stutter.
it's John the Stutterer, and then it's
No, he doesn't
hilarious.
stutter. He doesn't
I mean,
stutter, just
lisp. Sorry, I was
Okay.
thinking about I was gonna say when they have a speech impediment. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But it's interesting the profession he's chosen for somebody with a lisp, right?
Well, Cuppa, he's pretty. He's pretty. He's in the right place. Okay, he's pretty.
Oh, are you saying
He's got
that?
everything going for him. He's not
That's what
40.
he
He's not
says.
white.
Papa.
No, I thought you
Don't
said-
start.
I said,
Don't
you
start,
trying to
Papa.
You trying to get Des mad again?
No. No. Who
I know how
wants
to
that?
start
No.
shit, so I
I
can just
reject
get
it. I've got better things to do.
Now, on Saturday's show, Des got a little testy in the Discord after. Did she say anything in the show stream tonight about anything? Did she write anything at all?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe things have blown over. But Susie Q, let me ask you the question. Besides your family members with stutters, do you, did you,
One
when you,
person with a speech impediment.
when you first heard Kyle and you heard the lisp, were you like, this is interesting?
No, not
You
at all.
turned on.
No, not at all.
How about you? I don't want to get her involved.
No, I'm telling you guys, I was unfazed. I didn't even really pick it up. It didn't sound remarkable or anything.
I was like,
to me.
is this going to go away? And once it did, I was like, whatever, who cares? Not here for this.
As a matter of fact, it kind of took me a while to pick it up.
Do you think the show's going to make Cal want to come in after the way we're talking?
It's not
Maybe.
Well, once again, how come they can live like this? We can't talk about it.
well.
I explained to
I don't
him
have an answer for that.
we grew up on Howard Stern and we're
Yeah.
wolves
I'm
and
just
jackals
joking.
and we talk
I'm sure
shit.
Cal
and
can
so-
take what we did.
Yeah, and I think he can. Not so sure about Des. I don't think she feels she has to, so I get
Well,
it.
unlike Howard Stern and Red Bar, there's something charming about Kyle. That's right, I said it. There's something endearing
Yeah.
about Kyle. It's just not there in Howard Stern. So, yeah, all Stern, whole school Howard Stern fan, but over that guy.
Oh, now he stinks big time.
Yeah, Howard sucks.
I can't even listen to it. I tried listening to it. It's like, this is...
But when you go down that rabbit hole, like Howard is just a conniving piece of shit.
Well, yeah, but nowadays you have to be that type of person to make it in mainstream media.
He always was, and that's what he pulled the wool over our eyes. That's what makes me mad about Howard.
Well, the problem with Howard is he has no more product to offer anyone. He just doesn't.
Well, you can't with the new age. You can't say certain things, or he'd be
Howard
fired.
can do whatever he wants. He set up everything in his kingdom perfectly, and what it turns out is he doesn't want to work. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
and not that long ago, he was calling a woman the C word. Trust me,
you mean even
trust me,
join the
he's
Me Too
not.
movement?
Trust me, there's nothing holding Howard back except Howard.
He called Wendy Williams a tranny a year ago.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Now he's best friends with her, probably.
No, I think they're still fond.
Well, how about him and Rosie? Remember what he used to? How
Oh, they made up. She's been on his show, and
now they're
they've
best
made up.
friends.
Mhm.
And same with all the celebrities. He's like, what?
Two
Well,
from
here's a good question.
the
Here's a
head.
good question. Who leaves the house more, the Sterns or the Swindells?
Ooh,
That's a hard one.
let's see.
I think the Swindells do.
Yes, the Swindells, definitely.
They're all vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Red Lobster.
Do
They
they
go
go to
camping.
Who? Wendell.
Wait, Kyle goes to Red Lobster?
Yeah. Isn't that the treat that he used to give the family? It was Red Lobster, wasn't it?
I think before the pandemic, sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's how it really operates around the pandemic.
Yeah.
Stanley Moon said he remembers Howard saying that Ellen, I guess DeGeneres, had a face that looked like it smelled like bad
Yeah.
vagina.
Yeah, his hypocrisy is unbelievable. But I mean, where's the comedy in the show? I mean, his interviews are awful.
Has Howard had a lot of experience with foul-smelling vagina? Is that what his thing is? I don't understand why he would even make that.
Remember how
It's
you used
gross.
to talk about this is totally off. What's his name? Chaz Bono.
Yeah.
I mean, they put that poor person down.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure
what-
did. It was okay though then.
But
Yeah.
what controversial topic is Howard taking on? Like,
Now,
what
nothing.
comedy is
Currently,
he
none.
producing? What's the point of him doing a show?
I mean, what did he do?
What's the
Did he
point?
get a 5-year or was it a 3-year extension?
Five.
Uh,
Five.
yeah, they say
What's,
five.
what's he going to talk
Supposed
about
to go
for
up
5 years?
5 more
Now we're
years.
still in lockdown?
He's 67 years old. He'll be 72 years old at the end of this contract.
Look at
He's now.
I cut off
Robin
my
will be-
my subscription, but I heard that he had a very riveting opening segment on pens.
Pens?
Pens.
Fuck.
Or
Yeah.
Metamucil.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Metamucil chips are always a killer. I guess.
They're 70-year-old people. What comedy do they have left to offer? They're very old
Fucking
people.
pens.
Very old.
So old.
I can't believe he signed it.
At least you could talk about him and Beth's sex life or something.
They don't have sex. Anytime they
Yeah,
plan it,
something.
okay, first of all they've got to plan it, and then it never works out. And there's always some clumsy reason why it doesn't work out.
God.
They don't like looking at each other's bodies, although,
Well, I could see
despite the
her
fact
not
that they
liking looking at
criticize
Howard's
it.
body. Can you imagine that?
Well, she doesn't like looking at her own body, he claims, and so it's a whole
What?
thing with those two.
That makes no sense.
I understand why Howard and Robin would sign up for another 5 years. They have nothing else in this world to do. But why would staff in their earning years and their career years stay on this train wreck? Why would they agree for 5 more years? Why?
Because I don't think they could get a regular job. That's why.
Sure,
Well,
they should be able to get some kind of job. And
But look at what's his name? JD. He could never get a job.
yeah, but did
He's
you see what?
a stern writer now, I think.
Oh, he is? Did he? See, yeah, that shows you how out of the loop I am in it. Because I remember when he just watched TV for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what Shuley was offered to stay on the show? No
Was it
benefits in of his salary. I mean, why would the rest of the staff do that? Why would Sal? Why would Richard? Why would they agree to that? I'm sure they were offered the same package.
What was it? What was he offered? 100,000?
Half of your salary, what you had the year before, because we're going to work at home. And
Oh,
so
okay.
you stay, and so you just make half the money with no benefits. That's why Shuley pieced out.
Oh, you mean they get no benefits now?
No,
Fuck.
well, now, well, according to Shuley.
Well, how
Now,
the
I'm
hell?
sure maybe senior staff does, but the rest of them, why would they do that?
Like Sal,
I-
yeah. What the hell, Sal? Like I know Gary probably gets benefits and all that.
or
None of
maybe
them do anything.
maybe Shuley was just like that insignificant. I mean, other than the Whack Pack, which is non-existent, did he write for the show?
I don't know.
No.
I think he did.
He didn't.
I think
He started out as a
did.
news reporter, correct?
Yes, and he had all
Yeah, that's
those
harsh.
Tan Mom impressions that he made.
Yeah.
And I think he made a
And he followed
Tan
around
Mom
the
puppet.
Whack Pack a lot.
Shuley was a segment producer for the Whack Pack, but the Whack
Mhm.
Pack half of them are in the grave, and the other one are half in the grave. And so I don't know where that was going to go for the next 5 years, but that was his. I guess you would call him a segment producer of the Whack Pack, and he didn't do anything else.
There's one
Stanley
person.
Moon said that both Robin and Howard are bald, and I think he's right.
I am too.
Yeah.
So
It's
He's
starting.
100% right.
It's starting to become a joke with his hair. I mean,
Yeah.
he's 67 years old, and he doesn't have gray hair.
yeah. Well, we know Robin because she went through cancer, so I wouldn't do nothing. I wouldn't rip on her for that.
Oh, there's plenty of things to rip on Robin about. Boy, she's
Well,
a miserable person
you
at this
can't
point.
because you're a racist.
Well, that's the theory why he kept her around all those years.
Because of the terminology he used during his show sometimes. Could get away with it.
Yeah, if she's on board, then it's not racist.
True.
It worked for 20
That's
years.
true. Yeah. Try hard. That's exactly true. Now he's pro BML and for police reform.
I thought it was on Radio Gunk where I heard them say, or it might have been quite frankly, who mentioned that Robin, when she was fired from NBC and was angry at Howard, had written an article about how racist Howard is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
apparently they couldn't
I
find
can't
it.
imagine what he's like off the
I
air.
looked. Nothing.
I don't think he has any balls off the air. All this bravado and these racial jokes and everything, he crawls away like a hermit. He's got his bully pulpit of the mic, and then he runs away and hides.
No,
Yeah.
you see what like Try Hard's 7 said. He used to be for the police. Now he's pro BML and for police reform.
Yeah, his politics are extremely
Because that's
bizarre.
how you have to be in the media to exist.
His politics are extremely bizarre and relentless, and they're all convenient to him at any moment. They're meaningless.
True.
Yep, the
He'll
crackhead
dump
lawyers.
everyone too. He dumped Cuomo a couple months ago.
Oh,
His
did
buddy.
he?
Yeah.
Well, Cuomo should be out there. Out of there. He's so. How many counts does he have from women coming against him?
Last count was 9.
9, and some of them are current people, aren't they? Current
People that work
administration?
under him, yeah. Aides.
Yeah, current aides. Jeez.
Hmm.
You know, he's going to get away with it because he's a Democrat.
I
Exactly.
heard him. He's so out of it. He still says that he does a radio show. I mean, he's got to get over this term. You're doing a podcast in your basement, buddy. That
Yeah,
it's
he's
get,
against
but
podcasts, and
it's
that's
not
exactly what
radio.
he's doing in podcasts.
Those aren't radio waves going through the air, Howard. You're 70
No,
years
it's internet.
old. Stop.
That's what gets me. It's like, how do you bash podcasts when you're basically doing a podcast? That sounds like shit.
He bashed satellite radio before he went to it. He said, "Oh, I'm broadcasting from the moon. Listen to me."
And then
Like a
all of a
K-Rock.
sudden they offer him a lot of money. Oh, it's going to be us, and we won't get censored, and all this. And
Yeah, before his new 5-year contract, he said, they're going to let me do it from here, from the house, and I'm just going to do it. Oh, you're going to do a podcast? You're going to leave a $1 million studio in Manhattan and just sit
That
in your
thing
basement?
built.
wasn't he supposed? Is he supposed to eventually go back there? Isn't he supposed to go back there in May?
No, he said in his new contract, he said they're going to let me do it from here. That means he's never going back. He's a agoraphobe. He's a massive agoraphobe.
I'm going to say, didn't he say a couple weeks ago where he had to leave the house to go to a doctor's appointment or something like that?
Yeah.
For glasses.
After 1 year, because he hadn't gone to the dentist, he hadn't seen the eye doctor, and he hadn't done a blood panel. And he finally went out. His doctor said, "You're crazy. Start eating real food and get your shit together. And try to go outside and get some radiation instead of sitting inside for a year."
Oh, you mean he doesn't even go out to his private beach or nothing?
No. He says that he's scared to go out and do drawings on the dunes anymore because I guess the germs are flying through the air. He's a crazy person.
Geez.
And he might see someone about a mile away.
Without a mask.
Not now.
Correct.
Right.
Not wearing a mask. I mean, what was
And
the
you know
story?
he's vaccinated.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's vaccinated. I mean,
I assumed he's vaccinated because he went to go visit his parents. There was no way he was going to visit his parents without a vaccination.
no, he's been of the age range to get vaccinated. So, you know he is.
Yeah.
And plus, he's a star, so they get better treatment than us regulars.
And he won't admit it. He asked every one of his staff if they've been vaccinated and his callers, and he won't come out and say, "Yeah, I got mine. It was this
True.
brand of vaccination." Everything's a manipulation.
But
what
I
is
don't
this
that,
thing?
like, he goes off on tangents about, oh, Beth and I went for a walk, and across the street there were people walking not wearing a mask. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he was trying to get Ronnie, the limo driver, to tell who he voted for? I think he was trying to get Ronnie killed, to tell you the truth.
I remember when Howard
He's like, who do
claimed
you
that
vote for, Ronnie? And Ronnie's like, none of
he
your
was
business.
trying to see, who was it, Adam Levine? Cuppa, do you
don't-
remember?
Yeah, his buddy's Adam Levine out in the Hamptons, and he was telling this humble brag story about he saw him on the beach, and he drew a line and said, "Don't come this much closer." It's disgusting.
What the hell?
This is in front of his house on the beach, and the guy friendly came over to talk to him. He drew a line and said, "Don't come any closer." He's dealing with a very crazy person. Good luck, Sirius. 5
Yeah,
more years.
Okay.
All that therapy really helped, didn't it? I think he's
Oh
a
my
worker.
God.
He probably does call-in therapy, which doesn't work as well as being there.
So what's the state of what he calls radio, which is broadcast media? We got Joe Rogan and what, Barstool Sports? I mean, those are the
Yep.
two top things, right? Stern's
Everything
like
else,
number
the local
3.
radio sucks.
He still considers actual radio like as that's like proving yourself if you make it on radio. I'm like, no one listens to the freaking radio anymore, dude.
No. No. Absolutely not. But what's left is, I think he's the number 3 show and has been for years on Sirius, right? Barstool Sports, something else, and then Stern.
I know Barstool Sports is like number 1.
Yeah. He doesn't bring that up.
Of course not. Radio does a good job of like delving into his ratings and subscribers and how many people are actually listening every day. And it's
I'm
like,
sure it's not very high.
No, it's like I think they determined it's like 200 or 300,000, maybe.
Yeah. That's stunningly low. Look what these podcast hits get. Look what Joe Rogan gets.
does
A
better than
million.
he does.
When it's up for 10 hours, it gets 1 million hits.
Well, you know, Howard's busy watching TV.
What the heck does he do?
Watches
He plays
TV.
chess still?
He watches everything on TV. Everything.
He's a hillbilly. He's a
I can't
hillbilly
watch
shut-in.
anything on TV.
watch-
It's so cringy.
Or
Oh gosh.
I think last time I heard the show, he said something about he can't watch that Dancing with the Stars without Beth. So what he does is he found a show for himself, NCIS. I was like, wow.
NCIS. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said Barstool is no longer on Sirius XM.
Okay, yeah. For a while, I know that it was the number one.
Thank you for
and
that.
I'm sure they spun off to make a lot more money, but for a while they were number one and he was 3.
Yes, he does do that. Stanley moves very badly. Treats them like little children sometimes. When
But what does he make news for anymore? Not his interviews, they're Entertainment Tonight videos. For his comedy, I haven't heard fucking anything funny in years. So it's just a name on the channel. That's all it is.
And that I don't get, because it's not like he gets a lot of media attention for his interview or anything.
No. And he doesn't work in anymore. He used to work the media for his ambition, for his career. He doesn't care anymore. That's what I'm afraid is happening to our Kyle. He's conquered it all. All the pieces are off the chessboard.
Yeah.
He conquered it all.
After something bad happens to one of his foes, he'll go another piece off the chessboard.
Yeah. Is he wrong? No.
Probably not. How many cats does he have now? Not Kyle.
Something happened to Gavin McGinnis a couple months ago, and he sat there and he said, "I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you now, Gavin." I actually can't think of one person I'm not bigger.
I love his arrogance.
Yeah. That's why it makes me giggle when he says, I'm pretty. And he's very proud of himself and very sure of himself. That's healthy.
I've always wondered, does he go back and watch the streams from the night before? Because sometimes...
Doesn't he delete them usually?
Yeah, but he says on Twitch, and I'm just thinking to myself, because he gets so blackout, does he ever go, I wonder what the hell I did last night? Let me go see.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
That
would have been a good question.
I don't think so either.
Better than that, I wonder, does Des ever, show him, look at yourself, look what you did last night?
Right.
That's what
this isn't quite professional, Kyle. This is our future, and maybe we should study the tape and see what we can do better.
He calls her the C word, and she wakes up all angry. He's like, "What are you angry about?"
Stanley Moon said, "Kyle is a self-made man in love with his own creation."
Hey, no, he should be. That's the American dream right there. Our little Cape Verdean that's living the American dream.
Pug said, the classic Kyle smathing line is, "You're 40, white, and lost at life."
Lost at life.
Yeah.
How come he doesn't say sad to me as much anymore?
I don't know.
That is just great.
Yeah, I love that. That's funny.
It's sad to me. He literally eviscerates someone, and then he's like, "It's sad to me."
Yeah, how much more rock bottom could it be? I just feel sad for you that you've tried to do this. It's just the whole thing's sad to me.
I love Kyle. I do.
Stanley Moon said, being immune to embarrassment is his greatest strength.
True.
How old is Kyle? What did he say? 36?
36 or 37.
Yeah. I believe he said 36
Okay.
when he asked me what my age was, and I was like mid-40s, and he was like, "Oh my God!" Blah 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 blah.
You know what
And
he's like? You know what Kyle's like? He's like bad Santa, your friend.
No, I made a note the other day, getting ready for this. Like, Kyle's like a gym. His business model, like, he wants new subscribers to donate, and then he says like "F you."
And he
He
leaves.
wants that initial donation, and then he's over you. On to the next new guy.
He lures you in, then he smashes you. What, to make sure you don't get too much confidence. He can't put you in line. He does it to Sheppy, his number one fan.
Yeah.
We need to get Sheppy on here.
I asked Sheppy, and he agreed to come on. I hope it won't fall through like with Kyle. But
I have a ton of questions for Sheppy. One of the first times I saw his stream where he had up how much people had donated, I couldn't believe. Some people had donated thousands of dollars, thousands. And Sheppy was one of them. There's another guy too.
Sheppy still donates to him. Frequently.
Sheppy's like the good witch of podcasts. He goes around waving his wand, giving computers and money and advice, and then he moves on to the next one.
That's so true. And he doesn't even stick around that long,
Nope.
But he'll donate.
He's a good witch.
who remembers the New Year's Eve 2019 live stream?
Not me.
Was that a hotel stream?
Box?
I believe so.
I think
Was
that's
that the famous one where the mic was open?
Where they forgot to close the laptop or whatever?
Right, where they kept the laptop mic open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the greatest videos I've ever seen.
It's
It's long. It goes on for like an hour.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure
them
out
ordering and
Did we ever figure out who hosted that video that's on? Is it Unbleached or Ian Ellis, or I don't know who these people are. Anyway, the guy did a great job of calling in and recording it, and it was fantastic. You can hear them mating on that. I'm sorry, Des. It's what happened. Okay.
Mating. Wait to refer to it as.
Don't blame me.
That was the same one, wasn't it? Was there another time you could hear him?
That was the one. You could hear the springs going.
And I believe someone was calling for their mother in the background, if I remember correctly.
Swindells were trying for a New Year's baby.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now.
No, didn't Des have to get her uterus taken out or something?
What?
Oh my God. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I thought there was someone who died giving birth to her last kid.
Oh, and someone just communicated to me that it was Unbleached that called the motel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was fantastic. He was so cool. He has this big giant setup, or almost like a Red Bar setup, but he was so calm and collected. If I was listening to that, I would have been losing my shit.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Oh my God.
And he just kept lighting up his freaking bong.
At one point, they start calling the hotels to the actual line, the hardwire line, and he picks up and starts screaming at the people. He's yelling, and Des is saying, "Kyle, stop yelling at these people on the phone," all being recorded by the laptop. Fantastic.
Well, and remember so they called to complain about the noise, and the hotel worker, front desk person, I guess, was like, "I know there's more than 2 people in this room."
It was amazing. And Des was the one who had to sober up because Kyle, of course, little baby, and sat there and had to talk for all of them. Had to smooth it out so they weren't ass out on New Year's. That was great, though. And I think that people have been begging for another hotel stream. He taunts them. I might do it. I might do it.
I believe the way that hotel stream came about was they were evicted from their apartment and social services put them in a motel for a few days.
Oh, the story gets better.
And Unbleached pretended to call as Taco Bell.
No, didn't he call Taco Bell and say, "Don't serve these people. They're too drunk. They're going to run into your store"?
A lot happened during.
Yeah, you know what? Whoever's listening to this, go back and listen to that on, I think Ian Ellis's channel of Unbleached recording of that night. Fantastic.
I'll add it to the info on this broadcast.
Now, for instance, on the day after New Year's, does he go back and see? Does he see what was recorded? Does he ever watch the Unbleached and acknowledge it?
I don't know if anyone's ever. I'm sure someone's asked him about it or talked to him about it.
No, well, they have
Right?
asked him about it, but he's just like, yeah, so.
Yeah, no shame, right? I was there. What are your questions?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Called security. Almost. Yeah. So.
And I just want to say that he has been asked. I'm sorry to bring this up, but he has been asked if he hit his kids live because of that one video, and he said no, he didn't. It doesn't sound to me like he did, and so I believe when he says that. But yeah, that's something that I remember.
Well, it's possible he was just like scaring the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just doesn't sound to me like he's striking anyone.
As they say, that's for the suits in Providence to decide, not us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been investigated and they still have their kids, so.
Yeah, apparently he hit something. He hit a wall, not the kids. You could hear. I remember it didn't sound like he was hitting anyone, like a person, so that's
what a downward topic on episode 2. We're never going to get these two on the show.
Steffi's in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sending him the link now. He should be. Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I miss? I was reading the news.
Are we boring you?
I think.
No,
Sheffy
I
is
was
gonna
just
join
wondering
us
what's going on in the
shortly.
world.
I know we brought this up on the first episode, but one of my first questions is going to be to ask him to explain the drinking cups. I just can't get over this. I've never seen somebody drink back and forth, and I hope he has an answer. I've never seen it.
You're fascinated by his.
I am, absolutely. I don't know why he doesn't pour the vodka into the energy drink. It just seems so much simpler.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. I mean, that's the way
I'll
they
be right
serve it.
back. I have to go let my dogs use the restroom.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, then,
Let me know when
And
you're
I think his answer would probably be like a Kyle answer. It's just what I do. Would you have a problem with it?
Kyle never really answers anything, does he? Never really gives an
No.
answer.
No.
All right. Someone would like to join us. So here
Yeah,
we go.
I'm not, I like to say I've never
Here he
been a
is.
co-host. I've only had money.
Sheppy.
That Cosmic Cum, Cameron, and Rex, the Dex, the idiot moron from Toronto never had. They were truly the co-hosts, and they both stabbed Kyle in the back.
Oh my god.
So let's talk co-hosts. Let's talk co-host Susie Q. Your thoughts on the former co-host of the show, including what'd you call him? Danny? Was it Richie Ross?
No. Okay. So who I've heard of is Ross Dog. I've seen.
Ross Dog has never been a co-host. It was Richie
Okay.
Ross.
Okay. So I don't know about Richie Ross.
He was the original co-host.
Oh, okay. So.
If anybody
I
here,
started
he was the
listening about
original.
A year ago.
So you were around for Cosmic and Mr. Rex co-host, right?
No.
I've never
I've
been a
seen
co-host.
Cosmic in the live chat, And
So you guys don't know anything about his co-hosts?
I can honestly say I do not know anything about it.
Anybody here?
Sheffy,
Anybody here? Who else is
Sheffy,
here? Okay, there's a person in a white, and you're not talking. Does anybody here know about the co-host?
No.
No. Okay. So Kyle had a co-host. His name was first original one was called Richie Ross, and he was a New York guy. You know, some say he might have been sent in by Cumia, but he had a very good microphone. He talked a lot like this, and he was in the 70s, knew De Niro, and he ran a gay club in New York called the Crisco Disco. And he wasn't with the mob, but he was very rich, and he would send Kyle bags of cash, kind of like what I do, right? But he was on the show every day, right? So he was the original co-host, and he had a falling out because Kyle went in on him when they had a dispute over a boxing thing.
Oh, what the?
So this guy, I ain't taking this no more, and then he went on the Don A show, and he was over there, and then he got ran off from there. But so Kyle, so Cosmic Cam slipped in on the co-host situation. He was there every night, loyal to the you know I'm not there every night, right? Yeah. Man, everybody, let's clarify that for the idiots out there. Am I in the show every night?
No, you're not.
Now, am I really even a co-host? Not really. I'm a guy that hangs out.
You have sat in for an interview or two, I've heard.
Yeah, but
and you do really well. But
you know, I brought stuff to it. I mean, okay, the other ones didn't bring anything. So Cosmic was there every night, and then he starts hanging out with the Ross Dog, the RDA, you know. And I could never, because I was in the Army, and Kyle's in the Navy. I could never join a army that's named after a weirdo on the internet. How about that? I mean, come on, guys. Thoughts in the room?
What was when he was a co-host with those guys? What kind of topics would they do? They wouldn't play.
Oh, he would never bring anything up. He would just say, "Hey, yeah." He was kind of like a laugher.
Oh, he's the number
That's
two
what he
or three.
He was number two. Cosmic was like, so he starts hanging out with the RDA, right? And so it comes to a point where it's like, you know, Kyle's like, what's up with this, man? Why are you hanging out with those corns, the 40 and white? They pay to do this. I make money, you know, the whole thing, right? And somehow there's this big schism between Cosmic, and I had these conversations with Cosmic where I go, you know, I like Kyle, but I'm not like holding him up. I think and I have a different view, but at the time I had it, I go, I know he's like a guy from the neighborhood who likes to just hang out on a stoop and get drunk and talk shit, right?
Okay.
Right.
What do you guys think?
Like a guy at the bar.
A fair assessment?
Yes, fair assessment.
It's a fair assessment, right? But he was like, man, he's like, nah, man. Cosmic is like a hood ass nigga, right? I go, I don't know about that. I mean, you know, but whatever. And I'm not sure. Hood ass niggas don't really go into the Navy. They don't get honorably discharged, and they don't listen to Opie and Anthony. He might have some tendencies, but I don't think that's him. So I think somewhere along the line, he realized this, because what does he do when he comes in there? Hey, you have a white mom. Right? That's his argument. Hey, you were raised by a white mom. You're not black. So that kind of like destroyed Cosmic's view of him. Right? And I think that's why he's still like 3 years after the fact, like really coming in on Kyle and shit. Right?
Okay.
Right.
So, okay.
Chevy.
Rex came in, and I don't know about Rex. He showed out of nowhere. And I think I have a suspicion. All the theory that he was already part of the RDA, because I was only paying attention to him. There's a bunch of them in their little stupid Discord and shit. And I think he came over from the RDA Discord and this is like 2 years into the thing, and started hanging out, and he was like, became the co-host. He was there every day, just as loyal. And then he does the whole thing where it's more like a wrestling move with him, you know? And that Cosmic was probably genuinely like kind of friendly, and he said he thought he was like a guy from the neighborhood he grew up in. And I think Rex is like, oh, he came in as like a covert guy, so it's kind of like a wrestling move, like factions. So he's like, I'm gonna join the Four Horsemen, with Kyle being Ric Flair, of course,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna turn on him and they're in the ring and hit him in the back of the head with a chair and leave. That was his whole plan, and he did that. So, Stanley Moon, really? How am my theories wrong, Stanley Moon? Explain it to me. What theory is wrong? So Stanley Moon, as you know, Stanley Moon is a dumb shit who's like really into the RDA, right? Rex found Kyle first. What do you mean Rex found Kyle first? Rex was not on the co-host first. What the fuck are you talking about, Stanley? Expound. You got a whole keyboard there. You got 200 characters. Write the fuck out, Stanley. All right.
Chevy.
What?
How long have you been listening
from
to
the
Kyle
beginning?
versus
From the very beginning.
And how soon before you started calling?
When he did his first show. When he did his first show. From the very beginning.
How long
When
ago
was the
that?
first show?
Shit, he was like probably 97. I mean 2007 or 2017. He did a show. He was doing mostly Artie Lang updates.
That's when I found him.
And then he kind of threw in some Opie and Anthony. I don't know any about Opie. Okay, tell me what's wrong there, buddy. Stanley Moon. We were Kyle's fans before the RID. Oh, so Stanley Moon, you're Rex's buddy. So how come from 2017 all the way to like 2019, Rex is nowhere to be found in any of the chats? Was he under a different moniker because he might have changed his name? How come he didn't show up on the Discord? Because it was really open to anybody. Explain that to me, Stanley Moon.
I don't think he's saying anything.
You know who could have
This
explained
is
all that?
bullshit. Because I've been there from the beginning. I first saw Jimmernam, and then I came across Kyle because of Jimmernam.
Yep, that's
I
why.
came across,
Same here.
Huh?
That's the same here.
But that was 4 years ago, so I've seen it all. I mean, I don't see from the beginning. I know, but I'm kind of in and out because okay. I probably banned who? I banned Rex. No, I really wasn't a moderator until recently, and I was only to fuck with the weirdo Alex. What do you think of Alex Cortez, the guy I fuck with all the time?
What do we think of him?
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up with all these names that I've watched his videos. Kind of like
you are aware that I have Alexander Octopus Cortez and a pink octopus, right, in the chat?
Yes, it's very confusing with all
Yeah, I
these
saw that.
Cortez.
Okay,
names.
there's a guy, Alexander Octopus Cortez. This is his greatest comic achievement, is that he came up with the name Alexander Octopus Cortez. Don't you get it? It's after AOC, right?
Yes.
Right.
And he's in the chat all the fucking time, and I hated him so much over the years because he just put stupid shit and he repeats shit and it was just dumb and names. I go, well, I don't know what kind of idiot this guy is, right? And I'll get into that later. But that guy, you don't know who he is. He only has a channel or anything like that. You don't see I'm constantly timing him out on the chat.
No. Oh,
I hear you all
actually,
arguing
I have
about
seen that.
timing each other
It
out.
looks like you're timing yourself out.
No, he has a different
But-
whole other thing. But he
Yeah.
also has another one. He has like 3 or 4 other like alts, and I timed them out too. So I really rarely ban anybody.
No, but did
Right?
I realize that you can't really ban them? You can only time them out. I mean, there really is.
No, I can. No, you can
Oh,
hide
you
it from
can?
the channel. Yeah,
Oh, I see.
that's a
Chef,
ban. You can hide it from the channel. What?
Oh, I see.
Sheffy, have you seen the difference in Kyle over, say, the past 2 months? Almost like he's kind of sad in a rut or something.
No, I think he's like he's fed up with his relationship, but I think he wants to hook up with you, Susie Q.
No, no. I don't.
So you think this is domestic problems? Because he looks half depressed.
I think he's done with it. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the future of SaiyanZ Entertainment? In your
Him
mind?
living with Susie.
Who's it?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not into that.
Oh,
I'm
when
trying
did
to
I
get
just
into the
start?
lore of this. I'm giving you guys a history lesson here, right?
No, you are.
Gotcha.
So like this Stanley Moon idiot, right? He's calling me fucking queer. So I think Stanley Moon might in fact be Rex. Because that's his favorite thing, faggot. And that's a weird thing, because I only think about, when I think about Canadians, I think of Terrence and Phillip. right? Terrence and Phillip, that's like, oh, wow, yeah, they have these weird accents. And this motherfucker says, faggot, like he's from New York. Fucking faggot. It's his favorite word. Faggot.
All right, so Sheppy, I am kind of lowering your volume a little bit just because I want to clarify that I'm being told that Rex found Kyle from Opie and Anthony internet stuff.
I don't think so.
And then Rex became RDA later, so...
No, that's the whole point. He became RDA. I don't think so. I think he was in the. I think he was in the Discord. Why would he go to the RDA of all things? Right? Why would he go in the RDA?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird. They violently hate Kyle and everything about him.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
They come up with conspiracy theories about how he can have. How he's not making money, how he's buying subs and views and all this other shit. Like they sit there in their little Discord with special channels. Hello, who's this?
It's Kappa. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but they always act like they're upset with him. But if you go and listen to any of their streams or whatever, they will stop and say, you know what, Kyle? They'll play a clip of him and go, you know what? He really is funny. He's really got good things. They admit it.
No, that's not a dispute. What am I saying here, Kappa? You didn't hear what I said?
Well, it's a lot of names. I'm trying to keep up with the names.
Okay, understand this. Their number one dispute with the man is that he has a YouTube channel and he makes a living off of the internet. And why does QWERTY have two different IDs here?
QWERTY?
Hey now.
QWERTY's your voice.
Hey.
And you're a fool if you're like, okay, I'm not into them at all. I'm not into them at all. I think they're idiots. I know that when I catch up with them, like at one point I caught up with them and they're going to old ladies like streams because during the COVID or something, they were like people were making these little fucking communities and they would go there for clout chasing and they go in and invade. They'd send either a Rex or they send in Cosmic and he put on that big phony smile and then they turn on him like a wrestling thing and they try to get people to come over into their little group. Don't you want to be jumped into our gang? That kind of shit. And I go, that's a pretty.
Cosmic is like the high energy. He's like the high energy burnout. That guy.
His name is Cosmic.
The guy with the dreadlocks. He has dreadlocks.
Yeah.
He has dreadlocks and claims to be black, but he also claims to be Mexican. He doesn't look like either one. But he is from Dallas. Yeah. And you need, okay? Guy talks like me. But he has a very
southern accent, but it sounds like he's stoned all the time.
I think everybody's stoned all the time on the RDA. I think they're always vaping and doing shit.
Yeah.
But the point is, I would never be like, I'm not part of that shit. I would never like their little thing. So I find it weird. I find it weird that he, like Rex, was using 100% into Kyle, and then all of a sudden he would join that because he says faggot a lot, like faggot. And when he was here, he really wasn't anything special because he says he likes to smash people. I don't think he really smashed anybody. Thoughts?
Does anyone smash anyone? I mean, this is really just. I mean, it's all kind of circular and ridiculous.
His shit talk is weak. Let me put it at a point. His shit talk is weak. His shit talk is very weak. Rex. Rex. It's weak sauce shit talk.
I've heard
the most he can say is you're a faggot or you're a pedo. That's just two things he goes. You're a faggot, you're a pedo, or you're a fucking old man. He's like 38. There's like a 15-year-old saying, you're a fucking old man too. It's like stupid circular logic shit. So I don't know. He says it a lot.
Back in the day, Kyle would bring in Des to help argue, right? She would argue with those guys.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if you would argue specifically with them, and they don't like her. That's another thing. Like
no one likes anyone.
I like Kyle. I think Susie likes Kyle. I like Des.
I like both Des and Kyle. Yeah, but it's not mutual.
I like his show. I like his takes on the comedians. I like his takes. I like that what he's doing now, where he shows people's paywall shit is hilarious as fuck. Because at the end of the day, they're just showing other people's paywall shit. There's like this fucking Inception and these podcasts right now, and fucking the dummy fucking Red Bar and whoever fucking else, Jesse PS, all these other assholes, even Cunha, They don't get you're it's like an inception of what I'm showing somebody's paywall shit making commentary, and this person is, and this person is. I like the fuck that Kyle's like, I'm gonna show your paywall paywall fucking shit, and I'll delete it.
For the audience. He doesn't comment on it. He doesn't stop. It's not great for the audience. He just plays it and sits back and drops his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? But he comments on it from time to time. I gotta tell you guys. He comments on it from time to time.
It's better though when he engages us and stuff.
No. The chat, you guys got to get over yourselves. You're fucking chat, right? If you want to engage, get engaged.
No,
get in the fucking no. You're in the chat. You're in the chat. No, you're making it sound like Susie. You're making it sound Susie. You're making it sound like he never engages the chat. You're bullshitting when you say he never engages the chat.
No, that's the way you're taking it. I'm saying I would like it if he would do it.
No, he engages the chat. No, what I'm telling you and all the other chat idiots, okay, is that if you want to get more engagement, then get your ass in the Discord and get engaged. If he's not paying attention to you, then get $5 out of your little pocket, send him a fucking donation, and say unmute me from the fucking Discord, and get in on the shit.
Steffi, no one's going to be blackmailed into like making a better show for him. Why doesn't he just comment?
No, then don't watch. Then he's never going to engage. No, you're not understanding this. If you're making the claim you want more engagement, I'm saying you don't deserve it. And if you want engagement, then get into Discord and pay the toll.
I'm not even.
Now, if you think that is a blackmail, then fucking don't fucking bitch about more engagement.
Calm down.
I'm not even asking for.
Oh man, I'm telling you, why am I wrong? Why don't you get on there? I mean, because a lot of you guys, you guys can't speak. You guys can't spit it. You guys can't spit it, and you're afraid to spit it.
Okay, that's fine.
You're afraid to spit it.
Giving a history lesson.
Well, I appreciate you
well,
coming on,
but then you wanted to go off on
a
attraction here. You guys.
All right, so
What did you throw him out?
Somebody's a little hyped tonight. It started out as a history lesson, then it got into a personal lesson.
I wasn't expecting him to get so angry.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know why he was so mad at us. I mean, he was swearing crazy style, and I wasn't going to stop him because
my internet went down. I come back, and then this happened. I was like, "What's going on?"
Hey, Sheppy disconnected?
No, I had
Susie
to take him
disconnected
out. Unfortunately, I had to.
Maybe it's filibuster.
Oh, I like Sheppy. I like Sheppy. I like when he calls in. I like his take on things. I was going to ask him, was the show better a year ago, and when he wasn't doing this kind of restream shit? And the answer is obviously yes.
Well,
he said if you don't like it, then donate and change it, and you can't go anywhere with that argument. People donate every night, and he drops out right after you donate. So that's not the answer. Sheppy's right with that.
Well, I used to donate on average probably $100 a month. That didn't change anything. I mean, I used to donate just for fun. Yeah, we're just having a conversation about how Kyle's streams have changed over the years.
I think Kyle enjoys the engagement on voice. I don't think he likes to sit there and just do a monologue for 45 minutes. And no one seems to call each anymore. But they all seem angry with each other.
I wouldn't have a problem with restreaming other people's shit as much if it was actually good and engaging, entertaining, and funny content. But it's just, I mean, we've had these discussions before about Red Bar. It's not funny, dude. It's like, okay, it's kind of entertaining, but not at, he's good in small doses. I mean, Red Bar just goes on and on about these comedians we've never heard of. We're not interested in that. There's not. Do you have anything that more people can relate to? Maybe it's not.
Well, I like over the summer he would stream different news, like live news, and then he'd comment on what's going on, and I miss that kind of stuff with Kyle. I don't necessarily need him to respond to my chat, but
well, for instance, why doesn't he comment on the videos he makes during the day? His videos are actually pretty good. They're 5 to 10 minutes long, but the topics or the videos he doesn't talk about, he doesn't promote, and he just plays Red Bar. And I'm like, well, why don't you just talk about the content you created today?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? He used to do that. I don't know why he stopped doing it. That was what got you all those subscribers. The people that are listening are probably Red Bar's fans that are just like to listen to Red Bar for some odd reason.
How
That
many
would be
people
Susie.
listen to Red Bar per whatever stream? About how many people?
Maybe 100, 200.
You're fucking kidding. And this is what he does for a living? Supposedly?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyle says he's like a rich kid, right? I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
what I said. He's got to be.
Trust fund-
He's got to be a trust fund baby.
Trust fund
He sat in
baby.
his basement for the past 5 years, staring at his wall, talking to the wall.
Yeah, and then Jules has no experience in producing. This is a girl that he just found on the internet somewhere, right? I mean, she has no experience in being a producer.
Right.
She
What
just-
does
she
she
just
tell the
throws
IRS
content.
she does for a living? What does she tell the IRS she does for a living? Like, what's her job?
Oh, the producer?
To sit there and look at Red Bar and say, start the clip at 2:30? That's a job?
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Jules, she's not a producer. In my opinion, I don't think she's a producer. Where has she worked at other than Red Bar as a producer?
Yeah.
I mean, producers are supposed to, yeah,
World.
yeah, they're supposed to go through the content, pick out interesting things for the host to comment about. Is that that's what I always thought a producer was.
Yeah, it looks like the two of them just sitting in their basement wasting their lives away on a trust fund. That's what it looks like to me.
Pretty much.
I've seen
That's what it
videos
looks
from him. I've seen videos from 5 years ago of him. He was 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah, he drinks heavily.
Yeah, all day.
Heavily. Yeah.
All day, just like, other streamers. He's no different.
I believe it's common knowledge that Red Bar's dad is rich.
Yeah.
And
then
he bought him a comedy club in Chicago, and that was how he got started.
yeah, and this whole wishing death on people, that's kind of, I mean, is he trying to be edgy with that? I don't know.
I remember Howard Stern doing it, and it was funny. When Red Bar does it, it just sounds different.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of, yeah, it was kind when Howard did it for some reason, it really felt tongue in cheek. I don't feel Howard really wanted this person to die.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted
Whose
Kathy Lee
dad
Gifford's
did,
kids to get
Howard Stern?
cancer or become hookers and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't Howard Stern go to Cleveland and do something for Man Cow or something like that at a funeral?
Yeah, he had a funeral for his show. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, that
they
was
cut the
pretty
wire. Then they cut his wires when they were doing that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. Was that the Cleveland thing?
Yeah.
I remember Howard saying, "I'm under attack," right?
Yeah, somebody cut the lines.
I'm pretty sure Howard wanted Imus dead.
Well, he got his way.
Eventually, yeah, he died of old age, right?
Stanley Moon said, "You can buy a comedy club, but you can't buy laughter."
That's true.
Yeah,
That's the most prolific thing I've ever heard.
How long
Red
did that
Bar-
last?
I see some potential there with Red Bar. I'm not gonna just all out attack Red Bar. There's some potential there, but it's just.
I think the
yeah.
potential has been reached. I think it's been maximized. I think he's a nihilist, miserable F.
Well, we know how you think about him.
He has a great voice. I don't mind his voice. It's just
Oh
he
my
doesn't do
God.
anything with it.
Yeah, that's a good radio voice.
I don't think he's funny, and so I'll just.
So where
sit
does
through
this
it.
go
About
with
most-
Red Bar? Is it zooming in on pimples on faces of people for the next 5 years? Really?
I guess a good point.
Wishing car crashes and death on people? That's
Yeah.
some life.
I'm confused though. Is Kyle a fan of Red Bar or not? Because he'll
I
say
think
I like Red Bar, but then he'll
he reveres him.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think he says horrible shit about Red Bar all the time, right? Kyle does.
Yeah.
It's a cry. It's
But
I
then he'll
don't know.
say,
There's a daddy thing going on there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I
Also, because
think
Rex looks like he's about 60.
Barr mentions him every now and then. I think that's what the appeal is of that show.
True. True.
Yeah, yeah. But going back to Sheppy's point, donating isn't going to change anything. I mean,
He's absolutely wrong about that.
yeah,
And if this is where he's going to draw the line and be passionate about it, then come on, Sheppy.
yeah.
But Sheppy, some more money. Donate a couple more grand. See if you can shake things up.
damn, I wanted to ask Sheppy some questions, but he just wouldn't let anyone talk.
Yeah, it was
Well-
difficult to get anything past him.
I don't know. It was just it's sort of like he wanted to be the Kyle in the group and start fights. No one wants to start fights.
I didn't have any idea what he was talking about with all those names and
I don't know. He was upset we didn't know these people. And it's like, okay. Other people have like actual
last thing
lives.
about that, he came in guns blazing when I hit the button to have him join the stream. He was already like mid-sentence, and so I think it sounds like he already knew what he was going to say, what he was going to do, and so that was that.
Smashing success, Sheppy.
no, but it sounds like he likes what Kyle's doing right now, just playing other people's stuff.
I guess since we tune in anyway, he's holding on to that perhaps.
I think he was being contrarian. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And trying to start stuff.
Were we going down the Benji vortex?
That's what it felt like. I was like, he did so good. Who was it that he helped? He helped Kyle interview someone. Who was it? Do you guys remember?
No, he helped take out the no, what's that guy that looks like the teacher from Beavis and Butthead?
Oh, that's right. You're right.
You mean a hippie guy?
Jesse, whatever.
Jesse. He helped Pyle and Jesse.
Pot awful.
Sheppy also.
Yeah,
right.
He did such a great job handling that.
When he calls in, he helps vamp when Kyle goes to the bathroom or gets lost or whatever. He vamps a lot, but he's super hyper today.
So, QWERTY, thank you so much for making it in.
Sure.
Fantastic.
He's in here twice.
Yeah.
And so, did you have any questions that you had wanted to ask Kyle? Cuppa and SD Girl had a couple of questions that they had wanted to ask. Do you want to reveal what you would have asked?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, Pug says that Red Bar is Broke Bar ripoff.
I don't even know who Broke Bar is.
I don't either.
I'm sure they are.
It
Could you
doesn't
imagine these
sound-
word plays? Your life is word plays?
Well, I wanted to ask, why did Des decide to go back to school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
good.
like, what's her future plans? Is she? I mean, I don't know. Does she want to continue on with the relationship? It seems pretty. I don't know. It's like on and off with them.
Oh, so to bounce off of that, like, how shitty is it when he talks about her going to community college at 30 and laughs at her for trying to better her life?
Yeah, that's pretty bad because he's not. I mean,
Yeah, as the years go by, she
Yeah.
wants to accomplish something. She wants to have some goals knocked out, not just the years rolling by.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll give it to Des on that one.
People.
But what's the reason? You know, Kyle has this great YouTube career supposedly, and what's if she sees a future with them being together,
Mm-hmm.
does she think Kyle's gonna?
I want to ask if Kyle has a 401k. Like, what's his retirement plan?
God.
401k.
We know that
I think
Ralph
that's
Sorella
hilarious.
does, so.
How does
maybe
Ralph
the
have a 401k plan? Oh, Howard give it to him.
Do you think that maybe he just wants people to call in? Because he just doesn't seem like he wants to sit there and watch people type. And he was only really happy when these people up on mic, but he seemed to be nervous to come on and talk to people that might not want to just battle with him.
Well, Susie, why couldn't we call into his Discord?
I couldn't tell you. I thought this would be the best way to
I mean, I
go with it.
So I don't know.
How would you get us all together and call into his show? I don't think you could do that, could you?
I don't think so.
I think we'd be better to easier to organize than Kyle. Kyle's going to be the hardest one here. I was also going to ask him why he won't eat with us. He'll drink with us. He'll smoke. He'll laugh. He'll cry. But he won't eat? Really?
I know. I want to see him eat.
What do you want to eat for?
He can't tell us about this Taco Bell for years and not let us see.
Oh, okay. Kyle, we need to do a mukbang. One of those things.
Yeah, I would like to see what he eats. That's interesting. See what you ordered.
We should buy him a lot of
Chinese.
food and tell him to do a stream on it and give him a lot of booze.
We could watch him eat and show documentaries like a lazy substitute teacher.
Yeah.
I told him I'd buy him the Taco Bell if he would eat it on stream.
You did?
I told him I would, but he didn't take me up on it. I'll have it delivered there.
I have asked him to have dinner with us. He won't do it.
Hey, SD girl, what was that? What, did you sort that out with Daz? What is her deal?
Susie Q got me in trouble.
I was
Susie gets everybody in trouble.
How?
I was overzealous in celebrating that SD Girl was coming back, and because one time months ago, I think SD Girl said something in the live chat, and Kyle recognized it, and he said something really quick. Everybody moved on. It was nothing. So I was excited because I was like, he'll probably remember her, and blah blah blah. Nope, it got completely turned around into something else. And apparently, I was accused of acting innocent, and so I just left it alone. It's such a nothing burger.
There you go again, acting innocent about things you didn't do.
I know. I've got some goddamn nerve. I know. Who wouldn't want to tango with those two?
After he gets off the show, do they go their separate ways? What happens when the show concludes?
He gets his pee-pee sucked.
Yeah, that's what I assume happens after every show. That's why I ask also, because that's just, why wouldn't it?
Well, because playing up with what Chevy said, I think I haven't heard pee-pee suck in a long time. No threats about that. Get ready, Des. It's coming. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, I think she said she cut him off a long time ago. She said, yes, on Saturday night, right?
I believe she did say that.
I don't know. Wasn't there, recently he said that they got the night before or something? I thought he said that.
Oh, yeah. No, a couple shows he's come into Discord right afterwards and said, "No, I think it's over."
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? It's over. So what? You're gonna move into the what room?
So.
Well, so what do you think the possibility is that we actually ever get him on? We'll see.
0.0. Sorry to disappoint our after show fan club. Or
especially after tonight's show.
Curious listeners, watchers, but yeah, it doesn't look like it'll come on.
Well, I think we'll have to.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I think Des will probably come on. I think Des will.
That would be good. That would be awesome.
I think she'll come on after she's
Yeah.
got a couple. I don't think she'll do it unless she's.
Yeah, I never thought Kyle would ever come on.
Why not? What else does he have to do?
He talked about it, and he brought it up I think twice tonight. So I was hopeful, but you were right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
He's barely
Kyle
conscious at the end.
It was pretty quick tonight. It was like half an hour.
Although it would be funny to talk to a almost blacked out Kyle.
That's my favorite Kyle. The problem is I'm not sure you can
That's
hear
the
it.
best, Kyle.
I also like when he gets
So-
That would
extremely
be funny.
Go ahead, sorry.
about defeating a foe, and he jumps up and down in his chair. He used to jump
That's
up and
hilarious.
down in his chair when he would get excited. I haven't seen that in forever.
When he smashes someone.
Oh, absolutely. When someone gets smashed, it's
Smash
on.
is-
It's on.
Smashes. You got smashed.
I think that we turned this around a little bit. I'm not sure how that went with Sheppy, but we got a little bit of content after we got the rug pulled out from underneath us.
Mm-hmm.
How long did we tell him, please come on Monday, please
Yeah.
come on Monday?
I think
4 days?
Yeah. Well, since like Friday, I think. it was. The show must go on again.
Yeah. Yeah, we
After
could,
today,
you know,
since-
uh,
Go ahead. What were you gonna
Sheppy
say?
used to have a. We could have asked Sheppy about. He used to have a YouTube channel that was very successful, according
Yeah,
to
he didn't really
Kyle.
want to talk about that. He wanted to blast
Yeah.
some of people he didn't like. I actually like that Cosmic. Some of those OVA videos I would go back and listen to, and Des and Kyle versus Cosmic and I think Rex are absolutely hilarious. And I think Cosmic's really funny. I'd love to get him on the show and ask him questions.
You know what's funny? Also, like I noticed on that Broke Bar video, like Kyle really does talk to delivery drivers like crap, man. That's pretty awful. That's awful. I mean, just calling them the N-word and
I don't know where it
your
gets him.
food, man.
Where does it get him? He's just not going to deliver the food. He's, besides knocking
You're
people
gonna
off
get
the
food
chest.
with spit in it.
Yeah.
How does the food get there at the end of that?
Exactly. I think I have no idea. Eventually, they figure out that they want him to come upstairs.
Oh, I think
I
they
don't
say
know.
F you, hang up the phone.
Yeah, but can you imagine taking an order from a drunken Kyle and Des?
Oh, they
That
would
would
make
work
plenty of those.
Well,
That's at
This
midnight.
couple
That's
calls
all
him.
they
I don't think
Yeah.
I think Des does all the work.
Yeah, it
definitely.
sounds
Yeah,
to me
I
like
definitely
she
believe that
handles
as well.
everything.
Well, you can
Oh,
hear
for
it on
sure.
your news stream.
For sure.
She's the one that had to pull the food order together.
Oh yeah, wasn't that so nice?
Yeah.
Drive there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's gonna get in the
sure.
car and drive down to Taco Bell, and then Unbleach called and said, "Look, don't serve them. Cut them off. Even tacos, don't give them tacos."
Hilarious. All right, you guys. So I think this is a good point to wrap it up. If it's okay
Wrap
with
it
you
up.
guys.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap
It's
up
a
the
wrap.
wrap up show.
Wrap up the.
Unless you guys have anything else to add.
No, thank you very much. It,
Nope.
You know, it could have been a
No,
failure, but I
only
think it was
I'll
a
say,
smashing
Kyle, please.
success.
Please come in eventually. Please interview us, or let us interview
Don't be
you.
a big baby, Kyle. Don't be a big baby.
It won't hurt too much. It won't hurt too much, Kyle.
We'll make it as
Okay,
painless as
thanks very much,
possible.
Music Q.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Take it easy, everybody.
We're closing out my shadow. Good night.
Yeah. Bye.